years immediately following World War II, as gasoline and new cars became available, the boundaries of Winston-Salem began to grow out and away from the downtown area. The construction of Interstate 40 in the mid-50s opened up new areas for retail growth and provided a fast route for getting there. Shopping centers began springing up all over the United States, and in the fall of 1955, Thruway Shopping Center opened with 15 stores and services. Superhighways in the early days were referred to as throughways, so developers of the new shopping center to be built near the east-west superhighway called their center Thruway, even though the highway name was later changed. The Thruway Shopping Center was constructed near the site of a dairy farm. Selected Dairies built a plant on the Stratford Road site in 1938 and operated it there until it was purchased by Biltmore Dairy Farms. The site was selected in 1953 after surveys indicated a westward population growth for the city. The Thruway would be the second shopping center of its type in North Carolina, similar to Cameron Village in Raleigh. Among the original stores which opened on October 13, 1955, were Dewey's Bakery, McPhail's, Woolworth, Tinytown, Markins, Lamberti's, Food Fair, Stanley's Shoes, and Eckerd's. Thruway shoppers soon filled the stores and the parking lot, shopping for back-to-school shoes and kicking up their heels square dancing. At Christmas, the WTOB Tower shone for miles around with hundreds of multicolored lights. The smokehouse was also on the property and was a retail market for beef and cured hams. This building was renovated to include several stores, plus the town steakhouse and City National Bank. In 1964, Biltmore Dairies moved to a new building, and in 1966, an expansion program began with the addition of Tallheimers and about 750 new parking spaces. The new section held about 20 tenants, including Rose's and Sam's Gourmet Restaurant. The original plans for the shopping center did not include a theater. However, in 1969, the Thruway Theater opened, offering rocking chair seats and ultravision, all the better to see Steve McQueen in Bullitt on its opening bill. Of course, the Thruway was not the lone shopping center for long. In 1958, the announcement of a new RJR cigarette factory in the northern part of the city and the coming of a north-south expressway spawned the plans for a shopping center to be called Northside. Built on 25 acres with parking facilities for 1,400 cars, Northside was built in an L shape. The center opened October 30th, 1958, with 30 of 36 units occupied by A&P and Colonial Stores, Tiny Town Toys, Youth Center, Farmer's Dairy Bar, Resnick's Records, Rose's, and Cohen's, to name a few. Haynes High School Band played for the dedication, and Miss North Carolina was there to cut the ribbon. Children were given free pony rides, and adults received free soft drinks. Other businesses, such as Leroy's Restaurant and Northside Bowling Lanes, were built nearby, and the entire center was modernized in 1976. In 1957, the intersection of Peters Creek Parkway and Corporation Parkway could only be found on a contractor's map. Building the highway required that 454,000 cubic yards of dirt and rock be moved from a nearby piece of land, which before was considered impossible for development. It became a borrow pit, and as the state got fill material for the highway, the landowners got a huge level site for a shopping center. Parkway Plaza began construction in 1958 and opened September 27, 1960, with Woolworths, W.T. Grant, Eckerd's, Kroger, and K&W Cafeteria. When Renolda Manor opened February 28, 1962, it became the fourth shopping center in Winston-Salem and was also built in an L shape with stores such as Spain Hours, Colonial, and Winn-Dixie grocery stores, Eckerd's, Arcade Fashion Shop, and Camel City Cleaners. Renolda Manor was built on a 13-acre site on Renolda Road, formerly pasture land near Crystal Lake. Renolda Cinema opened in January 1967, and nearby the Renolda Manor Branch Library opened as the first branch outside the city limits in 1964. In 1975, there were 23 shopping centers in Winston-Salem and Forsyth County, and 4, including Haynes Mall, under construction. Today, the original 4 shopping centers exist and thrive in these areas of the city, having undergone store changes and facelifts to make their offerings more inviting. Today, there are hundreds of shopping centers of all sizes scattered over the city. The theaters associated with the centers are now a party store and bagel shop, a branch library, and one was replaced by a grocery store. The only indication that the Thruway Theater existed is the plaque embedded in the sidewalk proclaiming a time capsule was buried there on February 14, 1969, oblivious to the passage of time and businesses around it.